For scams and malicious cyber activities, we will, however, need a different approach, one which is more proactive and preemptive. Many scams and malicious cyber activities are carried out through deception. For example, scammers may create online accounts or websites that seem authentic and legitimate. Such accounts or websites are then used to convince victims to transit to another platform where they are then targeted for scams. Victims may also inadvertently download malware that have the ability to steal their login credentials or other personal information. Such methods are commonly used for investment and job scams, which together saw close to 10,000 cases in 2022, with victims losing more than $300 million. Unfortunately, the initial contacting and grooming of victims may not yet constitute a criminal offense, even if they are a necessary step. As a result, they may not cross the threshold of reasonable suspicion for directions to be issued. Malicious actors are also quite kiasu in the sense of preparing much more than the bare minimum. For example, thousands of blank websites are created in advance with domain names that resemble those of legitimate organizations. When the malicious actor is ready to strike, these blank websites are swiftly activated, populated with scam content, and pushed out to the public, who may fall prey within minutes. But until these blank websites and preparatory locations are activated, they may also not cross the threshold of reasonable suspicion for directions to be issued. Faced with such opponents, members might understand why our response needs to also be kiasu, to be extraordinarily careful. This is why Clause 61B of the bill introduces a lower threshold for issuing directions for scams and malicious cyber activity offences that are specified under Part 2 of the first schedule. This is when there is suspicion or reason to believe that any online activity is being carried out in preparation for or as part of the commission of a scam or malicious cyber activity offence. Law enforcement would then be able to issue directions proactively once such activities are detected and even before an offence is committed. For instance, we could issue access blocking directions to internet service providers to prevent the blank websites I mentioned earlier from being accessed by Singapore users, even before scammers activate these sites. We would also be able to issue app removal directions to remove scam apps that are used to commit scam offences from Singapore app storefronts and third-party app stores.